Tell me about your summer, man.
Long summer. It was
It's like the season never stopped.
I had times where it was relaxing, and I had times where it was just, foot on the gas.
Let's get to the next step.
Brunson fake. Brunson fires. Three-pointer and good.
It's a really cool thing to be a part of.
But having to play in that, did you have a good time playing?
I did. Very good time. Obviously, until didn't win, but yeah.
Right. What do you take from that?
The experience was great because the relationships. Obviously, you're going to a part of the world that you probably never been before. You understand where you are as a basketball player. You try not to feel sorry for yourself. Obviously, everyone's disappointed in where we finished, but no one's more disappointed than we were.
Yeah.
And we kind of let ourselves down. We kind of didn't get the job that we set out to do. So you either can feel sorry about that, or you can do something about that, and you can kind of have something click. And I mean, for me, I want to do something about it. I want to be better.
People don't understand that sometimes losing is an inspiration, or it just kills you. One of you got two ways to go. It's either inspire you to not let that happen again, or it's okay that it happens. I don't see you being the type of person that would go, it's okay that it happened.
No, not at all.
Year under your belt, what's it like playing at Madison Square Garden?
Unreal.
This place is unreal. That's it.
Better than I thought, better than I expected. Well, it is my favorite place to play. I knew that, but then to experience it was something totally different.
And you fit in just perfectly. Absolutely. I'm always telling people, now, why would you not want to play in New York? It's the best. They have the best fans, the most knowledgeable fans, and they are with you. And if you ain't playing, they want you out of there. That's a wonderful way for it to be to go to work every night.
I think for me, everyone thinks of it as like a challenge. Well, I like to embrace the challenge. I like to kind of attack something head on. And so, but for me, the one thing I've noticed about fans, as long as you play hard and you're authentic and you're genuine, you put your hand up when you're bad. Just be who you are and just be authentic and just do what you got to do. I mean, it's really not that hard.
That's New York, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like if you ain't playing hard, you can't play here.
Exactly.
So how about the season? You guys had a great season last year.
Jalen Brunson thread the needle. Brunson in his first playoff series as a Knick has shone.
Yeah, it was. We set out to do things that people didn't think that we could do.
Right.
So it was a fun season, to say the least.
The thing that impresses me is your nucleus. It's kind of the same this year. So you guys get a chance to actually be better as a group.
Right.
Because how good you were that time. That only took you this far. Let's get to the next step.
Yeah. That's kind of like a gift and a curse. It's a gift because we're the same team, with the exception of Dante. We can grow together. We have a chance to kind of the chemistry's there. We know what everyone likes to do. We know what's expected of us. But no, everyone just wants us to jump right back into playoffs and all right, we're going to be better. We're going to take it a step further. Well, yeah, that's what we want to do, but we got to start all over again.
Right.
And so we got to take one day at a time. That's been kind of my recurring theme every time we've done a press conference. They ask, what about this? What are your expectations? Everything's one day at a time because if you look ahead, then that's how you trip and fall.
Yeah, and you can't look back either. Exactly. And neither one of them. It doesn't mean that we were so good last year, we're going to be this good here. Everybody starts at zero.
Right.
I don't care if you won the championship or you didn't win the championship. It starts at zero.
Yeah. We can't look too far ahead. Now we got to have a appropriate fear for our opponents and everything we got to do and just continue to get better.
So what's it like playing with the guys you went to college all of a sudden? This is like the second time. This is the second set. You did them in college, and now the guys on the team now. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I haven't really kind of sat back and thought about it. Obviously playing with Josh at the end of the year last year, it gave me time to reflect to have all these guys now. It's a really cool thing to be a part of, and not many people can say they can have one teammate in college on a team. So the fact that I got more than just one, it's pretty cool.
Also, the guys that you played in college with, you got used to winning. I mean, learning how to win, and it's win or else. You guys won those championships there, so I think that mindset stays with you. Even you're somebody that sort of wins early on in their career and they try to keep going. It stays there for a while till it gets beat down out of you. But if you can keep getting close to it, you really know how to turn it on when you're supposed to turn it on.
Yeah, we learned how to win. The one thing I remember in practice in college is that practices were harder than the games.
Yeah.
We had a lot of talented players on that team, so we always go at it every single day.
Right.
And so by the time game time came, it was a little bit easier. And so it was. I mean, college playing with those guys was an unreal experience, and it's obviously winning is something that you're never gonna forget.
Is there anything you worked on specifically over the off season?
Everything. Whatever there is to work on for me, I worked on it. I can never go into an off season thinking I want to work on this one thing. It's how can I be more consistent as a basketball player? How can I be a little bit better in everything that I do? So that's just that's how I go into every off season. Like how can I perfect it a little more, and I work on some new moves or whatever. But like that's all instinct. I'm not going to go into a game saying I want to do this move.
Right.
Certain amount of times. I'm still playing off instinct.
In sports, you either get better or you get worse. You're never the same.
Exactly.
You're never the same. You either get better at everything, like you were just saying now, or you get worse.
Yeah.
So, which is, I think a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah. Just you're always striving to get better every single day, even if it's just 1% better.
Right.
You can't take too big of jumps because then where can you go from there? It's just all about just 1%, and then you'll get there eventually.
So I have I want you to finish this sentence. The Knicks team is?
The Knicks team is resilient. I'll say resilient because there's going to be a lot of expectations. There's going to be a lot of noise, good and bad. There's going to be a lot of people who say we can't do certain things. But I think for us, our mindset has to be resilient because it's impossible for us not to see that stuff. We're going to see it right in this day and age. But how do we keep our mind focused on the task at hand and our goals? You got to have a resilient mind. We can't really teeter off. It's okay to teeter off every once in a while, but we got to stay on our path collectively. And it's on us individually to kind of keep everyone accountable. So I think resilient is a good word for that.
Great answer.
Only answer.
Yeah.
Only answer.
Always good to see you, man.
Always, man. Pleasure.